So Andre, just so you know, he's been to Ukraine several times recently. I think you said you've been there every month this year so far?
Yes, I have, on a Euro Club.
It's kind of addicting. It just is.
It is.
Why did you go to Ukraine?
I went to Ukraine to find a good woman. I'm not that happy with the American women here, and I've been exposed to Ukrainian women before, and AFA is a good venue, good avenue to meet a good Ukrainian woman.
So this was not your first trip to Ukraine,
No,
but
it was not.
All right, cool. So and you were just there a couple of times already this year.
Yeah,
so where were you hanging out in Ukraine?
My first trip was to Odessa.
Yeah.
My second trip was to Kiev, and recently I went to Odessa, Nikolaev, and Kherson.
All right, so let's clear something up right away, which is, were you safe in Ukraine?
Absolutely, no fears at all. And I'm just a little background. I am a police officer, but being a police officer aside, I felt just fine in Ukraine. There was no ever hint of danger, no ever hint of me being a tourist or being a foreigner in another country, and any presence of, oh wow, I have to watch out for anything. So you should be street smart, but you don't have to have this inherent tourist fear, if you will.
So tell me about some of the women that you were meeting. Was it easy to get dates, for the women to find time? And then what were you doing on dates?
It was easy to find dates. I actually had more dates than I could handle, which was frustrating and very flattering all at the same time. Some of the dates required translators, some of them didn't, and that's a personal choice I can make or not make. I prefer English, but I don't want to let that stop me from meeting a wonderful lady. You can meet the love of your life, and she just needs to learn English, which if she's motivated because she cares about you, she's going to do that anyway. Guys, if you're listening, she's going to learn English for you.
And so you did some dates, obviously, in all of these great cities. What were some of the favorite dates, some of the things you did on dates that were kind of fun?
You know, the simplest things, going for a walk in Nikolaev, I had some great weather. Some of the simplest dates are just having coffee and tea with someone. Like, it doesn't have to be this extravagant 5-star dinner or anything like that. Some of my best dates were just simple tea and coffee dates. The hardest part of all this is just deciding who to try to invest the most time in, and that kind of happens basically when you get back in the correspondence and if you kind of get that connection going. I feel like that's going to really determine who I want to return to Ukraine to see. So,
I'm sure these girls are waiting for you to come back. What's your next step? What are you planning to do?
Well, since I literally just got back yesterday, I'm going to continue to correspond with them, and over the next week or so, pretty much make another plan to go back in April. So, and my choices will either go back to Kherson, and I met a nice girl in Odessa as well. So it'll either be one of the two cities, and that'll be determined based on the level of correspondence, the more we get to know each other. And again, that investment will determine whether or not I go to Kherson or Odessa in April. And the goal is not just to go there and get the girl. The goal is to go over there, get the girl, bring her back, and have a great relationship.
Right. So that's cool. Now, have you ever done a romance tour? You've done the club situation with us.
I have not done a romance
tour. So you've never been to a social?
No,
if you've been to a social, you would not be here right now. That is definitely true. So, but that's cool because we're known for our socials and our romance tours, but actually we offer these individual club packages. Yes. So just talk about what kind of happens on a club as it differs from the tours as we talk about.
For me, I can only speak about the club, but basically the club is a little bit more personal. You have 7 days of introductions, and basically you decide from the website how many girls that you want to meet. You can basically conform a list. You compile a list, send that to AFA. They will reach out to these girls and arrange meetings for you before you ever even step off the plane. So before you even get there, you're going to have a schedule of 7 days worth of dates. And it can be as many as 3 days a day, 3 dates a day. It can be 2 dates a day. But you're going to have an opportunity to meet some great girls, and you pick these girls, and then they may even be surprised that the AFA coordinator in whatever city you choose, they may even decide, hey, I've got a great girl, she just joined the website, or hey, I think I know this might be a better match for you. So the personal introductions, a week's worth of just great dates, great meetings, and an opportunity to meet a great girl. So
yes,
when I went to Kherson, I had a great first date with a girl. I had asked her for breakfast the very next morning, And then the following night, we went out for another date. And this is 3 dates over the course of 2 days,
Yeah.
literally. So
How about it?
that can happen. That can very well easily happen.
Each date gets a little cozier as you get to know each other, get more
You get to know
comfortable with each
more and more
other.
about the person. Absolutely.
Well,
Sure.
but as an African American,
Sure.
did you find any impediment whatsoever in Ukraine in getting dates at all?
No.
Well, we know the answer.
I got to tell you guys, it's the cultural difference, and obviously it's if I'm a black guy, so it will be interracial dating. I didn't find that I had any lacking of dates or opportunities or anything. If anything, I had an abundance. So and just my own, and I asked this question on all my dates. I said, we have an age difference because generally I was maybe 5, 10, sometimes even 12 years older than my date. We have an age difference. Does that bother you? No, of course not. I said, we're from different races. Does that? She says, I just want a good man. I don't care about his skin. I don't care where he comes from. I just want to. And that was the consistent answer I got. It didn't vary once with any of my dates. So no, not an issue at all.
In Ukraine, you're absolutely right. They just want to meet a good guy. I mean, they meet men from Turkey, men from Egypt, men from all over Europe, etc. And you are just a spectacular guy and a great personality,
Thanks,
and very comfortable and easy to be with you. And I could just imagine how happy our staff was to have you there and to get to know you and to work with you. So
It was a pleasure to work with them as well. So yeah.
right on. So, okay, Andre, I know I'll see you somewhere down the road, right? I want to hear your success story. I actually think Andre's pretty exceptional. So, thanks for taking the time to inspire some of these guys on. We had 20-something guys here for the seminar, which was great. If you guys snuck in after we took a break, I don't know how that happened, but we had maybe 23, 24
It was 27.
guys, which is nothing. I mean, it's nothing, right? So, but a lot of you guys will watch this video, and I hope that we will inspire you. And I appreciate you, man. I'll see you down the road, okay? Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.